Okay, so first off, I just wanted to show because a lot of people said that Just Pearly Things was targeting black women or something like that on her channel. I think they must be knowingly lying. Because how do you go about saying these things while watching videos where she is depicting them literally agreeing with her? But, like this one video here, as you can see, the um, front page of it, it's a white woman who's in the wrong in this case. She's a feminist. She's a feminist, basically, and a black woman is calling her out. It's really interesting. Old women out
there that will tell.
Yeah, it's this lady.
Youngsters. I mean, I've even had them try me, but
shoot, dumb fuck. There. Anyway, so basically, yeah, you could see with this person, Auntie Jenny, as this person, I believe. She says a lot of things that she tends to agree with. She's a black woman, dark-skinned black woman. It doesn't seem like it's really against black women when you think of it that way. And there's plenty of other videos too about this. I'll show some of the clips, like this one, for example.
And men across the board, almost every man I talk to, they for a woman whose mind is right, they were lower looks. They were lower in every category. I have yet to meet a woman out the bag that will say that they will lower their standards to get a certain type of quality. The only time a woman lowers her standards in terms of looks and character and all of this stuff that they claim is when he has money.
So that's one black woman that they depict that she's clearly agreeing with. Here's a few other. Some of these videos are too long for me to show completely, but they're clips inside of the videos that I can kind of like show. Like, for example, this one. And much of the things being said,
hey,
I may not agree
people
with.
do dumb shit.
Yeah, I may not agree with, but I'm just saying that.
Why do you think people automatically think that the woman's the victim when she gets hit? Yeah. When oftentimes she hit first.
Women are looked at as fragile little beings, and you can't hit a woman. And it's that woman out there saying she wants to make her own.
And they playing it to their victimhood.
She's got to get an equal hit.
It's not even necessarily that you put your hand on a guy. Mm-hmm. Women don't understand the power of our influence and our voice, right? It's how you talk to a man, right? If you can stir up some things in him and entice him in a way that make him want to put his hand on you, and people will say, "Oh, it wasn't justifiable because she didn't hit you," even though that's not appropriate either. But it's like, women, why are you running your mouth like this to a man who could literally...
See, she depicts black women agreeing with her, saying what she agrees with much of the time. So I don't really get how she against black women.
The whole point of submission is you don't ask him why.
Yeah,
it's like we had a girl, Maggie, on the show, and they said he asked you to take down your social media, and she has the most mild cooking stuff. She just said it wouldn't even be a conversation. And so it's like, but it's so unheard of from women to just listen to men. Mm-hmm. Not, it's not every man. Like, don't listen to the homeless man on the street. But you know what I'm saying.
This one's more, I think, about a black man.
I see it outside of the club when I see young women putting fingers in men's faces where they're instigating fights because of something that might have happened inside of the club. If you had a respect for a man, and you'd understand that a man is more than likely stronger than you. And he could do damage to you.
Equal rights, equal love.
He can do damage to you. Clearly, if he decided that he don't want to play with your bullshit no more. But no, there's not a level of respect. Because if you respected a man, then you would respect his hand strength, his arm strength.
That ain't even respect. That's just... and people don't want to look in the mirror. People do not want to deal with themselves.
The women
Because
do,
they don't
the
care.
women do it for work, and they do it for their bosses. So that's another rubbish, because women do it for their... If your boss said, if you're in a job and your boss said, right, I want you to train and do this, then women go for it. If your man says, I want you to train this, then women ain't going to want to do it.
See, it's just behavior that they complain about. Be it I may not agree with it, and I don't. Like, I'm not very submissive anyway, so, that whole thing. But it's a behavior thing. It's not a race thing. As you can tell, she's depicting black people in a... Well, I wouldn't say the black man in a positive light, but I mean, I think that was supposed to be in a positive light to them. So, I mean, like... yeah, they're definitely not depicting black women in a negative light for what they believe. I may disagree with these black women, and I may think, oh, those are terrible points, so that might be, by my distinction, not the best way to talk about those issues personally. But I understand that that's obviously, she's not saying that this is the wrong way to think. This is how she thinks you're supposed to think, right? So that's what I mean. People saying that she's going after black women. Where is she going after black women? How is she having an issue with black women? How does she have a passive aggressive nature towards black women when she has black women as her guests who specifically are agreeing with her and supporting her beliefs and ideology on relationships between men and women? Oops. I wanted to show a few more. 2 more.
Just based off of being what they consider to be an average earner or an average worker, a lot of that respect is derived from there. But that's why, like, on my channel, I tell so many of the men to continue to work on yourselves and utility within your life, because no one owes you favors, no one will care, right? Like, men and women are judged within our society off of different metrics, right? But as a man, you should know what the metrics are judged off of, and if you choose to play, well, this is the cost of that it is, right? As opposed to men that go their own way.
I just think we don't live in... We just get away with it because we don't face consequences for anything. It's like there's so many simps that'll put up with disrespectful behavior and still date them and still marry them and still give them children when they don't respect them. I mean, how many times do we hear happy wife, happy life? How many times do we hear she wears the pants in the relationship? Is that a relationship any woman really wants to be in, where she's leading?
Exactly. They end up divorcing them, and then we're in the same cycle over again.
When a guy wants to make a decision, like, she'll call him toxic and controlling. I mean, I hear it all the time on the show. If he asks you to take down your social media, he's toxic and controlling, when that's actually quite reasonable to not want random men looking at your girl on the internet. So man is like a boss. Okay, so when you go to work, right? I don't know what you do for work. I don't know if you work for yourself, but you've had a boss at some point. Or I think of it like a coach, right? I pick which coach I want, right? So, and what he says goes. I have to listen to him at the end of the day. I might make a case occasionally, but you really can't do that too much. Otherwise, they're going to kick you off the team or they're going to fire you. It's not your job.
Again, she's focused on a non-black woman, actually, not being submissive. Another situation.
when it comes to children, and obviously, like, if I'm a stay-at-home mom, and, like, it just depends on the situation, it's like, either way, I'm the mother and you're the father, and I think I wouldn't just listen to him if he says this goes. But
You wouldn't listen to him if he says something goes.
about our child, no, because it's our child, if that makes sense. But
So it's 50% his DNA, 50% your DNA, right?
yeah,
So if there's a big decision, how do you, and you guys disagree, how do you make it?
again, it depends on the situation, but I'd always want to.
Like, someone has to give in. Do you expect him to give in, or are you going to give in?
Good question.
So, yeah. To me, it's like obvious. She's not trying to say that black women are like lesser wives, lesser women, or anything of that nature. It doesn't seem like she's having a passive aggressive situation towards black women. In my opinion, she seems to actually, agree with some black women, and some black women she doesn't agree with. It's just situational. I just find it really weird that people try and act like, oh, she has black women on her channel, that means she has to hate these black women. I totally relate to this, honestly, because it's like, I noticed through YouTube, it would always be weird to me, but they would act like black women who are attracted to white men hate white women. And it would always be odd to me, because it's like, why would someone be with white men when they hate white women? Like, if you hate white people, I don't think you should be with white people. But they have that same mentality and that same energy for white women who like black men to assert that they hate black women just because they happen to like black men, which is really weird to me. I mean, like, if they hate black people, I'm very sure they wouldn't be with black men. Like, the logic here is really weird and crazy. Like I said, both ways, it's really weird. How are you hating white women when you like white men, or hating white men when you like white women? Oh, how are you hating black women if you like black men? This doesn't happen. Only very mentally unstable people and people who are trolling. This doesn't happen in real life, And I find it weird that people try and say she tries to target black women. I don't see it. I've watched her channel several times. She depicts women negatively sometimes and positively sometimes. She likes pygmies. That's what they call them, pygmies. She agrees with black pygmies and white pygmies. I mean, like, neither of these types of women are any less their race because they're pygmies, right? So, yeah, I just don't really get it. What do you mean she's targeting black women? Like, I don't see it. So thanks for watching, everyone. Like and subscribe, comment down below, and have a great day. Bye.